didn't propose. He just told me we're gonna get married. The thing is, again, here we are. A lot of things happened in the car with us. We were in the car and we were riding, and I'll never forget it. You know, we live in Dallas Fort Worth area in Arlington, getting off the freeway at Collins and I-20. And he said, "We get married." And I'm driving at the time, and I just kind of looked at him and just kept driving. I didn't say not a word. So, you know, time went by.
And by this time, I'm feeling some kind of way, like.
Actually, a couple of weeks went by, and I never said anything about it.
And so I'm thinking, like, did she hear me? Not thinking like she didn't say yes, she didn't say no, but did you hear me? I said we getting married.
He's like, so did you not hear what I said? I was like, yeah, I heard you. But I just was trying to make sure that, because in my heart, I knew I wanted to be with him. But I wanted to make sure that, you know, all his play was out and that he was ready to dedicate. Because I felt like once I say I do, it was going to be forever.
So did you feel some kind of way because I didn't ask you to marry me?
Maybe, but...
Because I never proposed, like...
You didn't propose. You just, you know, like, we get married. You just told me.
So you felt some kind of way? Like, did you ever...
I really didn't
Did you ever want, like...
I was like inside, you know, but you can't express. You know, if somebody asks you like an important question like that, you'd be like, yes.
No, but I mean, did you ever feel some kind of way because I didn't do the traditional, hey, baby, will you marry me?
Not really. I think because we were such good friends.
So you never wanted that, like that?
I mean, I don't think it really mattered.
Hey, let's stop the party and
Because it's
all your
like
girls.
once you get the attention, you know, I felt like then and after, you know, time was going on rolling and you were spending all the time with me, it was like there's no more time for nobody else. So
because I really didn't think about, I never like actually proposed to you until we started writing this book. Like, I never like formally proposed to
you better
her.
get on your knee right now. Back this chair up.
My jeans are a little tight. Hold on, let me get back. Wait a minute, hold on, I gotta get my knee right. My knee's bad. If they were good, this is good less.
Oh, it's 30 years.
Yeah, 30 years later. Okay, Tam, you are the woman of my life. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Will you marry me?
No. I'm just playing.
See, this is why brothers don't propose.
Yes. Give me some sugar, yes.
She said yes. We're getting married. We're going to have a bunch of kids.
That's great.
So
thank you, sir. But it really didn't bother me.
We're official now.
We're official.
We're official.
But it didn't bother me. But when you came back and asked the second time,
no, I didn't ask.
Well, you told me again that we were
second.
getting married. It reassured me that this dude want to be with me. And I was like, I already knew in my heart that I loved him and I wanted to be with him.
Wow.
And I just asked her to marry me, and she said yes.
Yes.
Y'all been shacking for 30 years.
We got the paper.
We've been shacking for 30 years.
We got the paper.
Our wedding.
How was the wedding?
Let me tell you about our real extravagant wedding that we had.
It was like the bomb.
Okay, so one, after I told her we were getting married, I had to have a ring. So I borrowed one from my mom. I borrowed a ring from my mom, and we scraped up $24, right?
To go get our marriage license. That's how much it cost.
$24. We scraped up $24. We scraped it.
So actually our wedding, our ceremony was it was wonderful. It was very intimate. We got married after church.
Well, you got to, we were living together already.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was living with him and his mom.
No,
his family.
we had moved out by then. We were living in an apartment.
First I started living with you and their family. And then we moved out, we got us our apartment. And we got pregnant.
No, we hadn't got.
We was pregnant.
I don't know when you got pregnant. That was.
We got
I wasn't there.
We got pregnant, and while we was living with your mama.
Really?
Yeah.
Girl, you didn't tell me nothing.
So we moved out, got us an apartment, and his brother was our roommate.
I remember the day that she got pregnant with David.
Oh my God, he didn't ask that question.
He had on a blue jean skirt. Girl,
He didn't ask you that.
Got the memories in my mind.
He didn't ask. Anyway, help us, Lord. But okay, so we moved out and we were living together. And we had, like he said, scraped up to get the money for our license. And this particular Sunday, we got ready for church and we went to church and we went to the altar because I just felt kind of guilty from my upbringing in the church and everything. To live with a man without being married was sin. It was a sin. So
not that what we were doing to have that baby was sin.
yeah,
but
that was sin too. But to make it all right in my heart and with God, we went to the altar and then we came back and we were sitting in our seats.
And both of us were equally convicted. That's what made it great.
And I looked at him, I said, if we just go back home, we just gonna be doing the same thing again. We're gonna be back in sin after we done asked for forgiveness. So I was like,
and that was kind of like then go to church, get forgiven, go back home, then same stuff. This particular Sunday, we both were equally convicted. You could see, like I could see it on her face. I knew, it's like I really knew what she wanted already. Like, I don't want to do this again. And she knew, so she just like, that's what she said. We gonna just be going back into the same thing.
So we went and he went and asked the pastor, he said, you want to do it today? And I was like, yes. So our extravagant wedding ceremony
Had about every bit of 10 people.
10 people. And we asked Pastor to marry us, which was Pastor Sherman Allen here in Fort Worth.
And so we had to call some of those people to come, hey, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this. Like right now after church. Yeah, you want to come?
And my mom was literally right up the street. But since I didn't like my stepfather, I didn't even go bother her. I didn't even
Wasn't that sad?
I didn't even ask her to come. So we did the ceremony after church. That was our wedding.
And it was such a relief. So when we got back home and that
It was like,
that next time, it was, ah, and we didn't even have to say thank you, Jesus, or forgive me,
Forgive us,
Jesus.
yes.
I did say thank you, Jesus,
but
I didn't have to say forgive me
right.
because,
my-
girl,
All right, so
I told me up.
Wow. I don't think they want to know that.
Oh, okay, my bad.